Alright, so the Fulham is coming at me with another battle request, and this time he wants an RU one. So I'm like, okay, RU is a cool tier, let's go ahead and do it, and, yeah, let's hopefully that it goes well for me. Anyway, I'm actually using a modified version of the team I was using against Chartheos a couple battles ago, because it was kind of already made in my, it was actually already made, because, like, it was, I think this chronologically is after that one. But, yeah, I changed up a few things, and I'm going to try it again here against Fulham. So he leads with Amoonguss, which is kind of obvious. Well, it's kind of obvious that he would bring it, considering Amoonguss is, like, one of his favorite Pokemon. I am going to switch out, though. I do not want to stay in and take that Spore, so I go out into my Houndoom, and I do that because my Houndoom is a Choice Scarf Houndoom, and it's actually Early Bird, not the usual Flash Fire Houndoom, so, yeah. That's what I decided to do, and I just go for that Dark Pulse against this Fletchinder as it comes in, and, yeah, as you can see, I woke up first turn, actually turn 0 of my sleep, thanks to Early Bird, and he doesn't expect it, and I'm able to 2-hit KO this Fletchinder, which is a load off my back, because I was actually really afraid of this Talonflame Jr. and what it might be able to do to my team. So he goes into Hoopa, and I actually think that I'll outspeed, but I forgot that I'm actually a modest Houndoom. It ends up working out for me anyway, because he just tries for the Focus Miss, and of course it misses. And as you can see, his Choice Scarf Hoopa is now dead, so yeah, I'll take that to the bank. So, yeah, he goes back into Amoonguss. I know he's going to probably just Spore me, and like I said, I am Early Bird, so I'm just going to actually just take it on my Houndoom, knowing that if I go back into it, I should be able to wake up fairly early, so, yeah, that's what I decided to do. Houndoom has actually already done quite a lot, so, yeah, worth it. He goes for the Sludge Bomb, and ends up working out for me because I end up going into my Bronzong. And I do want to set up my Stealth Rock, so that's what I'm going to do, and, you know, it's a very good thing to set up. He ends up going into Blastoise, which is probably his Rabbit Spinner, so, that's a thing, and I'm just going to stay in and see what he's going to do. I stay in and actually set up a Trick Room, which is an interesting move, obviously, and, you know, I was kind of hoping to abuse it here, and I'm actually just going to Explode, not wanting him to ever get off that Rabbit Spin, and as you can see, it does get boosted by my normal gem, which does actually almost kill the Blastoise. Almost kills the Blastoise, damn it. Oh well. He just goes for the Hydro Pump again, and misses, obviously, because there's nothing to hit. So I go into Slowking, and I probably shouldn't have done that, because I actually don't have Psychic on the Slowking, which, I actually carry Dragon Tail. I don't know why. I really should either... I mean, I actually did replace it after this battle with Calm Mind, but currently my moveset is actually 4 attacking moves on this Slowking. It's, what is it? It's Scald, Fire Blast, I think, Ice Beam, and then Dragon Tail, which I have no idea why I put Dragon Tail on this. Probably a mistake of some kind. Either way, I did replace it with Calm Mind after this battle, because it would have been pretty damn sweet to set up Calm Minds against this Blastoise. But oh well, I digress. It could have also been Slack. I mean, I could have replaced it with Slack Off, but whatever. Slack Off is a good move, but the thing I'm speaking about Slowking, though, is his Regenerator ability, so that's how I'm primarily want to heal the Slowking anyway, and 3 attacks plus Calm Minds just makes sense to me. But this one is not that way. Either way, so he goes into Aromatisse, and I'm just going to go back into Grand Bowl, not really having anything else to do, because, yeah, this thing is a bulky mother effer cleric thing in RU, and it's probably just going to be annoying as hell. I'm just going to go for the Heal Bell, because Grand Bowl is my cleric, and that is going to cure the poison and the sleep on my team, so that's pretty cool, as he just goes for the Wish, which I guess he could use if he wanted to heal up a Pokemon, but I don't think he has any other Pokemon that are really damaged. So I'm just going to go for the, what is it? There you go, the Play Rough, which I was kind of just seeing how much damage it would do. I ended up critting, which makes it do over half, but as you can see, his Moon Blast actually does half on its own, so not really happy about those damages, so I am going to switch, because this is not going to go in my favor. I do switch out, and I go out into my Slowking for reasons of, I don't know. I just wanted to switch it up. This Aromatisse actually is, looking at my team, is pretty annoying. I don't really have a way to get around it. I mean, I do have the Sludge Bomb on my Houndoom, but I don't really want to switch it in against this Aromatisse, because it's not going to take a Moonblast very well. But yeah, he ends up going into a Amoonguss, which is cool, and I'm going to double switch. And this double switch ends up working out a lot for me, because I end up going into Houndoom against the Amoonguss. So, that's a thing that is pretty cool, and he is going to switch out, not wanting to take my Flamethrower. Actually, I think it's a Fire Blast, isn't it? And he just ends up going into Houndoom, and I missed the Fire Blast, so that's a thing, and I'm going to switch out now because I don't really want to take a move from this Flygon, which I assume is also Choice Scarfed, and he does go for the Earthquake, and against my Slacking, looking at that damage, I actually kind of thought it was Choice Banded here, I think. He was either Choice Banded or Choice Scarfed. He already had the Choice Scarf Hoopa, so I'm a little on the fence which one this is, and I'm just going to go into Grand Ball for the Intimidate on this thing now. And, yeah, he ends up getting another Earthquake off, and it still does a lot of damage to Grand Ball, and that makes me sad, and, yeah, things. If this thing is Choice Scarfed, it actually is a huge problem for my team, by the way. Just like that Choice Scarf Garchomp the last time we fought in OU, this Flygon could really screw me over. But now that I got on the Intimidate, I go back into Slowking. As you can see, I got some HP back for my Regenerator ability, and I'm just hoping to get off a Ice Beam, but yeah, it's not really going to happen because he's going to go into a Moongus. But that's okay, because Amoonguss is also weak to Ice Beam. Too bad Amoonguss is like a fat son of a bee, and doesn't really take that much damage from it, so there's that. I'm just going to go munch on my leftovers, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take the Spore, apparently, because of reasons. I guess I really did have another Pokemon I really wanted to take the Spore, although I really could have bet back into Houndoom to take it. I don't know what I was thinking or why, but either way, apparently I let the Slowking go to sleep, and I'm going to try to burn a turn here. He's just going to go for the Giga Drain. I'm confident that with Slowking's special bulk, I should be able to take that okay. And I end up waking up, so that's pretty convenient for me, and I just get off that Ice Beam against Amoonguss, which is going to send it back to yellow HP, and now I wise up going back into Houndoom, I think, not wanting to take the sleep on my Slowking anymore, and yeah, that's just an obvious play, because well, Houndoom with Early Bird does not stay asleep very long, so yeah, it's just, you know, the obvious thing to do. So, yeah, I am asleep now, and I believe I'm just going to stay in, knowing that because I'm asleep, I'm going to actually be able to not be locked into the move that I initially choose. It's actually, I was hoping that was the case, and I think I actually confirmed it when when he goes into that Flygon. Well, actually, yeah, I did confirm it because I switched up my move. I actually thought he was going to go for something else, going, you know, for that, you know, I don't know. I really should have just predicted Earthquake, but I thought he would actually go for the Outrage now that my Grand Ball was gone. And, actually I don't think I would have been able to take it anyway, but, you know, reasons. And I was hoping that he would actually stay in against my, Dugtrio, so I could get a reversal off. I do have the Focus Sash, but he ends up going back into Aromatisse. So despite my, early lead, I am now, kind of in trouble, because I can't really get... His Flygon is a huge threat to me, and I can't really get past this Aromatisse. It's kind of, I'm in a tizzy right now. I really am. I don't know what to do. And, yeah, I do some Earthquake damage, and as you can see, it does nothing. So I'm going to switch back into Slowking, hoping that Slowking can change my luck, as he goes for the Moonblast, which does some damage, but not really a whole lot. Unfortunately, he does have a way to reliably recover on this Aromatisse with his Wish, while my Slowking lacks Slack Off, so I'm not really a huge fan of this matchup. And, yeah, I'm just going to go for the Scald. It ends up doing nothing. If only I had Calm Mind, I'd be able to go ahead and set those up, but yeah, now the Slowking has Calm Mind. I have no idea why I was running it with Dragon Tail, but whatever. I'm just going to go for the Scald, and that does some damage. And at this point, I've realized, wait a minute, his last Pokemon is Amoonguss and Flygon. Not to mention, my only real chance of, like, being able to combat this Aromatisse is if I freeze it. So I'm like, I should be going for Ice Beam. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to switch up to Ice Beam and just keep going for it, actually hoping to freeze the Aromatisse eventually. But it ends up working out for me because he goes out to a Moongus and it dies due to a crit, so I'll take it. I don't actually know if that crit mattered. I was doing a little more than half against the Moongus anyway, but the crit definitely helps to seal it. And he's going to go into Flygon, and I'm not 100% sure if I can take an Outrage at this point with Slowking, so I am going to switch out. I go into Dugtrio, basically just to burn the Outrage. I know that Dugtrio can burn 2 turns of Outrage due to my Focus Sash, so that's what I'm hoping to do. Not to mention to get the Regenerator on my Slowking to put it back to full HP, and I'm just going to get some mediocre Sucker Punch damage, and my Dugtrio goes down, so that sucks. Anyway, he does end up getting the Confusion this turn. I was actually hoping that he wouldn't, so I could just kill this thing with Ice Beam with my Slowking, but now he's going to actually have the opportunity to switch out, so oh well. He ends up going into Aromatisse again, and yeah, I'm just going to keep going for Ice Beam. Actually, no, I switch out. That's right, I predicted this switch. This switch was an obvious switch, so I predicted it and went into Tyrantrum. And I do that because I do have the Poison Fang the Poison Fang on this Tyrantrum. I can't set up against it because it has Moonblast, but I go for that Poison Fang, which is super effective, hits it down to low red, as well as poisoning it, which is huge. He's going to kill me, but that's fine, because now I can come in and revenge kill with my Slowking. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam to finish it off, knowing that it should finish it off at this point. He could, and because I actually got the poison, he can't, Protect Wish anymore. Well, actually, he couldn't wish anyway, because I would just kill him if he wished, but he can't even, protect for some HP back. So he's kind of forced just to kill, do as much damage as he can. As you can see, he doesn't really do that much. I'm just going to actually go for the Scald, apparently, and kill that Aromatisse, because he went for the Scald because it's stronger, and I didn't think he'd switch. And there you go. Now I just have to hope that my Slowking at this amount of HP can survive an outrage from this Flygon. And being that I am EV'd defensively, being that Slowking is a special defensive Pokemon naturally, I do survive, and only slightly. But as you can see, a Stab Outrage is strong no matter what Pokemon is using it. But I do survive, and I do get that Ice Beam off, so that was a great game, actually. It came right down to the end with our last two Pokemon. Slowking was in red. Barely beat out that Flygon, but yeah, very good game, and definitely added Calm Mind to that Slowking. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking when I saved it. Or maybe it was a mistake. I don't know. Anyway, let's go to the greatest question of the day. All right, so as you know, a lot of Pokemon have more than one ability, and usually in competitive play, you only see Pokemon with that one, the best ability, considered the best, usually by Smogon, but it's really just a general consensus usually. What is, in your opinion, the most underrated ability of a Pokemon? Like an ability that most people don't use. So let's just say most standard Pokemon Smogon sets don't have it, that you consider actually really useful. As you can see in this battle, my Houndoom, with Early Bird, was able to continue to harass his team despite the Spore, which is actually kind of huge. I know obviously Flash Fire is a good ability, but considering that Houndoom already has a fire resistance anyway, plus my opponent will probably not expect me to be Flash Fire, I can go ahead and safely use Early Bird, which helps against one of the most common and devastating, status alignments in the game, which is Sleep. Anyway, so leave a comment on that, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye.